This video is about Q4, the most important quarter of the year for Amazon sellers. We will talk about planning the inventory, how to optimize your listings for holiday season, how to set up your PPC campaigns to get most out of the Q4. Our guest today is Yuval from PPC Winner. It's a software and managed service for Amazon brands. And actually, if you want to check what they do, check the videos at the top, and also in the description you will find videos and links where you can sign up for PPC Winner. But today this video is hosted by LISETT, which works with Amazon brands. And actually two more things I wanted to mention. First one is that if you are PPC enthusiast and you love Amazon advertising as a topic, check out the link below to the PPC Congress. Is a conference we organize for Amazon advertising community, for the agencies, sellers, and software tools. And we invite them to meet together in person. And second thing is that don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Klik, because here we make these great videos with different Amazon experts and industry softwares.
Hello, Yuval. It's happy to have you here today. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm happy to be here. My name is Yuval Ben-Nun. I'm from PPC Winner, which is basically an NI solution to manage your PPC on Amazon. And I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So what will you teach us today?
Today, I will try to discuss and try and emphasize how are we going to head Q4. Q4 is a unique quarter anyway, and today is very challenging and more challenging, especially with the COVID-19 situation in the world, heading the second wave, maybe the third wave, every country in its own situation. But it seems like the whole world is in the same place.
So you will give a lot of useful information today, and I know you have prepared a short presentation for us as well. So we're ready to take a look at that.
As said, today I want to discuss about preparing ourselves for Q4. Even though Q4 is still right around the corner, we're not there yet. It's time to start and prepare yourself. A short word, which I already said about PPC Winner. PPC Winner is basically an automated tool, advertising tool that helps you understand better and perform better on PPC, which is combined with human expertise. You're more than welcome to go into our website or schedule a meeting that we can discuss it further. What's important is that it replaces the human touch sometimes and helps you get a 24/7 performance. So Q4, I collected here 8 things which I think are important. I'm sure that for every business, there are other things, and every topic here can be opened to be discussed separately per business. But in a general rule, I think those things are very important. First thing is inventory. I can tell you, 10 years ago when I started to sell on Amazon myself, I didn't understand the meaning of Q4, and I wasn't prepared. And I ran out of stock very fast on the first week. I tried to sell FBM, which people stopped buying from me 2 weeks before Christmas, and I didn't understand why, but then I understood that they were just waiting for their Christmas presents. And so you need to have your inventory ready. You need to have your agreements with your suppliers. You need to understand the new limitations of Amazon because of the situation with COVID-19, which is now also reflected on Q4, Amazon just announced new guidelines in which you cannot just ship like in the past. You can ship as many inventory as you want. Now you need to send, for sure, twice as what you sold last year, for example, and only if you're running out of inventory, you can ship more. And this is why it brings us to the second point, which is the 3PL solution. That every seller today, and this is why this 3PL solution evolved, especially in the last couple of years, because with the changes in Amazon of FBA and managing inventory and managing, you're being fined if you're having an inventory for a longer time, for a longer period, then you need to have a 3PL solution that can feed your FBA warehouse. And also to be ready with it, that if during Christmas, during the holidays, during Halloween, it doesn't matter when, you'll be running out of stock or almost running out of stock, you can start and ship out of your 3PL solution. You can start and ship out of as a seller for Field Prime. And if you're not registered yet, now is the time, because you'll have an advantage compared to others that didn't. Another important thing is financing. Financing, especially during Q4, we found ourselves sometimes where money is not coming in fast enough, like always. And especially then when the quantities are rising and there are more sales, you need to finance your inventory, and you need to be prepared either with your bank, with your, there are many financing solutions with fintech companies that you can have. Just be prepared, understand who is your supplier, when you can have it, and maybe even have like an on-call loan ready for yourself whenever you need. Flexibility, I think it's the key word for this year, 2020. I would suggest to call it the year of flexibility. People are changing, are adjusting, the markets are changing. You know, we can start Q4 with the world right now as it is, when everything seems to be kind of calm and everything is under control, and we kind of came to some kind of stability after the panic of maybe the first quarter and the second quarter. And the markets are kind of stable, but you know, we're still in a situation that things are not good. And all of a sudden there will be chaos, or on the other hand, there will be prosperity. So you need to be prepared for different approaches, and you need to have a plan, and a plan A and a plan B, and maybe even a plan C, because at the end, the scenarios are known. So as long as you're ready for them and you're flexible in your mind, you'll be able to adjust and react maybe faster than others. Heading Q4 also, people always thinking, I will start and advertise when time will come, but it's not working like this. Also, when working on advertising, you need to start and advertise today. If you didn't start today, start tomorrow, because it takes time for the algorithm of Amazon to catch up with you, for you to learn your data, to understand what's working, what's not. And if you'll start your campaigns, only during Q4, you won't have enough time to have enough data and adjust and change. So we need to prepare your PPC as well. Now, very important is, and it's always important, but Q4, since it's a peak, you need to try and understand what happened in the past. If you have your own historical data, see what worked and what didn't. See what was working for others. Analyze through Google Trends. Understand the market insights. There is a lot of information to understand. And the last thing is adjust your product line. Because if you're selling, let's say, traveling kits, then most probably it's less relevant today to sell traveling kits while people are not traveling today. There are almost no flights. People are just mostly staying at home. There was a change in the way people are thinking, the way people are working. You know, we're staying more at home. I just talked this morning with a friend, and I'm spending less money. We're not going to restaurants. We're not flying. We're doing things differently, and maybe in a more modest way. But things that used to be relevant are not relevant today. I don't need a suitcase right now. Okay, I may need a backpack, not more than that. So you need to adjust your product line and to be prepared with this as well. So advertising on Amazon, it's very important as well, as I said, to prepare it from today. And one of the things is that you need to check your listings and you need to improve and adjust, because if your listing looks today in a certain way, it shouldn't look the same during winter. It shouldn't look the same during spring. And of course, it shouldn't look the same during the holiday season. We have Prime Day coming, we have Halloween, we have Christmas, and a lot of other days in between in this quarter, in the next 2 months. And what I would do, I would change my listing and adjust it, either with the keywords, either with pictures. It can be different things that can improve and adjust. You need to be relevant. As I said, you need to start today to change things and test things heading the holidays. And more important, if you know that a specific keyword or search term used to work for you, then use your historical data and improve it. There is a big question always, when to drop or preserve a keyword. Do you know when to drop or preserve a keyword? Is that?
No, but you can tell me.
So you don't. Okay, so I don't know either, because it's very personal, but most likely what will happen if we have a mature product and I have a keyword or a search term that is not working, then most likely I will be less tolerant and I'll just remove it and move on. But if I have a new product, which I still don't know what's working and what's not, I will be more tolerant. I will wait a little bit longer, and only things that are really not working, I will remove them. But I will start and continue and learn. And this comes back to data. If you have a new product, you don't have data. If you have a mature product, you have your data, you know what's working, what's not. And if something is not working, you're less tolerant. Another thing is that Amazon keep updating their tools and offering more and more tools. Try and be flexible, like I said earlier. Try and be open-minded, and try and use all the tools that are offered. Most people are usually aiming to the, let's say, more common tool, more easy to use tools, less invested in. But if you're invested into it, then you'll have an advantage, and you'll be able to shine above your competitor, to be able to use other things that customers will see you while others are not there. So use everything that is offered by Amazon. Improving your ACoS. ACoS is a word that everybody are talking about. It's advertising cost of sales. So how to improve your ACoS? It's a question that any seller on Amazon is asking themselves. They're asking themselves. The first thing, by the way, is just improve your listings. You want that when a customer is finally coming to you, either by advertising or just from a pure SEO, you want them to buy. But if your listing will look bad, you'll have bad pictures, you'll have bad writing, it won't be that clear what is this product all about, then most probably your conversion will be bad. So have excellent pictures, have as many pictures as you can, have someone write your description. If you're not able to write your description on your own, and also I can write my description on my own, but it's not my profession. There are people that are professional on it. So try and make it more marketing oriented, more customer oriented. Better conversion, it's always improving your ACoS. Campaigns. People tend to open a campaign and just forget about it, and comes after a month and see, okay, I spent $5,000, I made this, I'm happy. This needs to be optimized on an ongoing basis. It doesn't have to be on a daily basis, but if you're doing it manually, not through an automated machine like PPC Winner, then you need to at least once a week or once in a few days have a look, see if things have changed. Maybe your competitors changed their bids, and all of a sudden you stopped selling. Maybe the pricing in the market has changed, and you need to change your pricing of the product, and this also reflects on your campaigns. I don't know. So be on top of it. Keep an ongoing basis of optimization. You need to understand, like we discussed earlier about the keywords and about the budget, you need to understand your campaigns. You need to understand your products. If I have a product that is selling, most likely I will put more efforts to sell more because it's already working. So I'll help it sell more. So I'll move budget towards this product or towards this specific campaign. And at the end of the day, most of us has limited budget. I know that I have. Maybe you don't. You won the lottery or something lately? I don't think so. So we have limited budgets. So we have the products, we have the campaigns. We need to focus on them. Video campaigns, by the way, it's an excellent example to stand out of the crowd. But not everyone can do it. You need to be registered brand. And this is another thing. If you're able to do a brand registration, protect your brand, and also get from Amazon some benefits that others cannot have. For example, here on the graph on the right, you can see a video campaign of a client of ours. The numbers are not that impressive because it's a beginning, something which is at the beginning, but we launched a video campaign and we were patient enough, and the client was patient enough, and we saw how fast it jumped and started to sell within a few days to catch up. And what was more interesting, the cost of the campaign compared to regular campaigns or other campaigns was much cheaper. So we stand out of the crowd, we started to sell, and we did it in a cheaper way. So use whatever Amazon is offering. Again, that's a big recommendation. And part of focusing on the budget and focusing on the keywords is try and drive traffic at a lower cost. If you have a keyword which is converting in a higher cost, let's say, and you have other keywords that are converting in a lower cost, then drive more traffic towards those keywords, drive more budget towards these keywords. We have those two tools that basically are helping you understand and set your goals. On the left, you have the ACoS calculator, which is it's a free. Those two tools are totally free. You just go into our website, go to free tools, and you have there the ACoS calculator. You just put in your numbers, your profit, and you see your break-even ACoS. So you know when you're losing money and when you're making money very easily, and you can analyze it on yourself. On the right, you have the one-word grouper that basically it's identify the frequency that words are appearing in your search terms and will help you launch a one-word campaign. And it's very, very helpful to, again, use your budget in a smart way and waste less money. Data and reporting. So understanding your account, understanding your campaigns, and especially heading Q4, it's very, very important. You need to use all the reports that Amazon are offering. There are many tools around it. We're offering as well the Super Analyzer. You need to understand your data. You need to analyze your data. You can see here on the right, a client of ours that was selling a little bit, then joined the automated system, and all of a sudden his campaigns jumped. And what I understood from him, that he didn't have the time or the understanding to go and check on an ongoing basis his campaigns, and all of a sudden when the campaigns were updating automatically, then it was working. But the same, he could have done it on his own. He could have gone and just do it on his own, check his campaign on an ongoing basis and updating them. So you need to, if you don't understand, talk to an expert, read about it, but understand your data and understand your reporting. So a quick word about the Super Analyzer. The Super Analyzer, basically, you need to export your search term report from Amazon. And now there are two things that you can do. You can take this big report on your own and start and analyze it and get your insights. This is part of understanding your account, understanding your business, understanding what's going on your campaigns. Or you can use tools like the Super Analyzer, which I didn't see many tools like this, which is a cool tool that after uploading this report, you'll get in 40 different reports with insights and tips that will help you analyze it. And for example, you can understand very easily from the search term reports. We found, for example, for one of our clients, that only 2% of his keywords, of his search terms, were generating 80% of his sales. And he saw it within a minute. And which means 98% of his search terms were kind of wasting money. So we started to move budget towards those keywords that were working, remove campaigns of keywords that didn't work. And all of a sudden, he was spending in tens of thousands of dollars. Really, it's a true story. Tens of thousands of dollars less per day, and making tens of thousands of dollars more from the money that was just diverted to the right way. So in most cases, and I still didn't find any case like this, you will see that if you analyze it, you will see that most of it's the 20/80 rule all over the place. You won't find an account usually that I didn't see it, that more than 20% of his keywords are generating 80% of the sales. Most of our clients, they find themselves between 4 to 6%. And when you're very big, it's much easier to make mistakes. And this is why we found this client on the 2%. So I want, this is, by the way, my dog. He's working so hard with us. So he's always sleeping here. So I want to say that, to summarize things about Q4, it's very important to understand your data. It's very important to analyze your data. And it's very important to take actions. Just to think that what was in the past will continue and be in the present and in the future, it's a mistake. The world today is much faster. The markets are evolving. The competition is rising. So you should be very, very on top of the things, understand your data, and be flexible and try and understand your account.
Thank you so much for such a great insight to Q4. as a first question, is quarter four different for all sellers, or rather for sellers who sell products that customers are searching more for during the holiday time?
Quarter four is relevant for all sellers, because in the past what we saw is that all sales are rising. You see during Q4 people are buying more things for the home, things for vacuum cleaners, so they're cleaning their houses, they're trying to renovate things. Everybody are renovating things. So it's, on one hand, it's presents and relevant things, but on the other hand, it's just there is a sale in the air. Everybody wants to buy something.
Okay, and you told that the right time to start for prepping Q4 is before Q4, but when it's the right time or a suitable time to switch back things to more like to a normal approach? Is it during Christmas time already? Is it in January? Is it after that? In your experience, what's the right time?
The right time is basically what will happen is the sellers that are selling and providing a service, and it doesn't matter, by the way, if it's on Amazon or on eBay or another place, they will see that exactly on the 24th of December, everything falls by 90%, and then no one is talking with nobody until January 10. Also, customer support, everything is dead, everybody are going on vacations, everybody are going with their families. It's interesting to see what will happen this year, because this year, unlike other years, people won't have their winter vacations the same way. So probably they will stay at home. And again, this is the time to think out of the box and maybe be prepared for a different, that was a good question. I didn't think about it, but the markets will be different this year. I think January will be different because people will stay at home.
Mm-hmm. So we have really a unique situation this year.
It's a unique situation that you need to be very sensitive and understand the market and react fast, because maybe the markets won't fall the same as every year, but they will continue and rise, or at least will have some kind of stability on a higher level than usually.
Okay, and that leads to the thing that it's rather harder to predict how much inventory sellers need. And also we have the limitations by Amazon. By the way, are the limitations only for US marketplace, or is Amazon setting up limitation for all the different marketplaces?
In different marketplaces, there are different limitations. It's more, I think the US market was was hurt significantly because of the COVID-19, and you saw that they recruited, I think, 150,000 people, and their warehouses were full. But the 3PL solution is a cool solution because Amazon became quite expensive for the hosting, for the warehousing and hosting your inventory. So if you have a proper solution, which is a decent in price, then you can feed your inventory as you go. And if you're confident, if you're buying, Christmas trees, then most probably you shouldn't have too much inventory. But if you're buying things for the home, then even if you'll have more inventory, you'll just continue to sell for the future. So you need to be prepared, because at the end, when things are being shipped, it takes them sometimes 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes more, to get into the warehouses. So it's time to be prepared with it. As also with the financing, as I said.
Okay. And when we talk about optimizing listings, because optimizing listing is also important for PPC ads to run correctly and perform well, do you have any out of the box ideas how to optimize the listings, especially for the holiday season?
Especially for the holiday seasons, what I would do, I will try and rewrite my listing, my description, in a way that I will have inside it keywords which are relevant for the holiday season. For example, if it's a toy, it will become a special present toy for Christmas, or relevant for kids in Christmas, or I don't know. Or if it's a Halloween costume, then during Halloween, it will be special Halloween costume. Then during Christmas, it will be a unique gift for a kid for Christmas, and any other thing, every time it needs to be changed.
Okay, so sellers need to get creative and brainstorm, what are all the ways they can present their product, right?
Yeah, and it's very easy also to see, because you can go, there is a lot of information. We live in a world of information. The days of gut feeling is gone. People used to work from the gut feeling, but today you have a lot of information, and information is power. Data is power. So just go and search for it. You can go into Google Trends. You can go into search inside Amazon, top sellers on eBay, top sellers on Amazon, top sellers on AliExpress, and understand in the market what's working and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So as a last question, what are the biggest mistakes you have seen sellers have been making during Q4?
I have one which is personally hurting myself. As I told you 10 years ago, heading Q4, I didn't understand the market. I didn't understand what Q4 is all about. And I didn't have enough inventory. And I didn't even sell FBA yet. I was selling from home. And all of a sudden my sales stopped. And I think that also the biggest mistake is that people are confident that during holiday season, everything will be sold and they don't need to invest time or efforts to stand out of the crowd. Now, especially as the time passes, and I'm a veteran of this industry, you see that what was very easy to do in the past, today is becoming harder and harder to stand out. There are younger people which are more creative, understand the market better than me, for example. I have twins which are 11 years old, and they know better than me what's working in the world and what's not. I'm sitting with them to learn. So the big thing is, don't be arrogant and try and understand and see what's going on, and don't think that what was will continue, and try and change and adjust.
Okay, awesome. So if anybody has questions relating how to prep for Q4 or how to set up PPC campaigns for the holiday season, what's the best way to reach out to you?
The best way to reach out to me is either they can go into our website, ppcwinner.com, and just set up a meeting there of 20 minutes, no commitment, just to talk with one of our experts or with me, or they can email me, yuval@ppcwinner.com, and I will answer quickly. 24/7.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you here today, and we wish good luck in your business.
I do hope this video was useful for you, and if you want to check what PPC Winner does, how they do it, you will find the links below. Also, you can sign up for their service and try for yourself. Also check the videos we did with them as well. And now actually I will point to the playlist where we have collected different videos on the Amazon advertising topic. So watch this, and also check out the ppccongress.com. It's an event conference for Amazon advertising community. Bye bye.